When I heard that, I said, yo, waiting on the passport. Said, who was this speaking? That's Young Candy. She actually knew Babaji. She knew Nature Boy. She knew 50 Nature Boy before he was 50 Nature Boy. He do got some demonic ways about himself. He got some real demonic ways about himself. But yeah, this is a lady that's talking about 50 Nature Boy. Oh yeah, she know him. She definitely know him.
I don't know if that's exactly where he is. I'm just telling you what I was told. How long ago? This was the day after Christmas. This was the day after Christmas. So, 2020, correct? Yeah. Yep. Couple. The 26th of this year. Well, no, last year. Last year, technically. So they're basically trying to sweep it under the rug. Is that correct? Right. Basically. Exactly. And I ain't gonna lie. So like, I don't call him often, but if I do, he's like happy to talk to me because it's almost like a vibe like, look at her. She's my friend. Look at her. She's in Babylon. She's natural. She had locks for 12 years. You bitches can learn from her. You know, like he try to show off like that. And I try to like play along because I don't want to block me or whatever. So I called him whatever, but my mother and the whole energy was different. Like, I hadn't spoken to him since. Like, it was like he didn't want to show off any longer. He wanted to, like, he was like, bro, you're call me with your fucking mom? Like, how dare you? You disrespectful in itself. With a fucking mother, you're supposed to announce that before you do something like that. And I'm like, nigga, don't nobody announce what the fuck I'm gonna do. I've been taking care of myself before I was drunk. I was blocked. Hung up on me and I was blocked. And that was the end of our conversation. And my mom was here as my witness. My little baby was riding her little hoverboard. We was all as my witness. And I was blocked. And that was the end of our conversation. And my mom was here as my witness. I was blocked. And that was the end of our conversation. And my mom was here as my witness. My little baby was riding her little hoverboard. We was all in the living room. And she...
If you ain't shared this video already, make sure you share this video. Share the jank on the Bigo, Jim Jank. They got a share option for this right here. I think you can share with your friends that's on here. Additional, hopefully the sister Young Candy, she come through tonight. You know, if not, I'm gonna play a little bit of this audio right here. The complete interview, you know, well, not the complete interview, but the interview when she was actually talking a lot about 50 Nature Boy and what was taking place. I did upload on the YouTube joint, right?
She was, and matter of fact, wasn't Day Day here too? My cousin Day Day was here because my Day Day never even heard of Nature Boy. So I was like showing him like how crazy the nigga was. So when I called him, he was just like so blown away. And this another thing, he tried to act like, well, I don't even know you. I talk to 1,000 people a day, but why is my number saved in your phone as Candy?
That's the boy that got me right there when she called Nature Boy, and he tried to act like he didn't know her. But then he even said what her name was saved in the phone. I ain't play that part right there. I'm about to play that part, but that shit crazy to the motherfucker though. I'm like, damn, how you just gonna call a motherfucker? You call him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna sit up there and act like he didn't know her, but then he gonna say in the live, yeah, but your name Candy, your name is saved as Candy on the phone. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck you thought it was? That's weird right there. That's weird as hell, man. That's why I say, man, all this shit coming back to haunt 50 right now. See, he only told bits and pieces of, you know, what would be considered as being his story. Yeah. Man, look at here. They coming out the closet right now in his ass. All that Wagner Project shit, that shit was phony as hell. Dude ain't from no Wagner Project show. He ain't from no Wagner Projects. And shout out to anybody that's in Wagner Projects that's from there, who in the city right now, doing what it do. You figured it? But we know for sure that Eligio Ho is not from no damn Wagner Projects. You feel me? That's all that he had been saying for quite some matter of fact. He put emphasis on that shit. about being from Wagner, don't it? Don't he be putting emphasis on that shit? He be putting emphasis on being from Wagner fucking Project, yo.
That's my God-given name. My name is Candy Clothing. 12286.
So that means
That's
that
who I
he's held
am. I'm not
on
no
to his
troll.
numbers. That means he's held on to people
Right.
and attachments.
He was on live when he said that, right?
From before then. So
Yeah,
that means that he's trying to make it hard. So that means that he's trying to make it hard for him to atone for what he's done or things like that.
Right, or he's trying to paint the scene like he don't really know me and I might be like a troll or something. But weren't you on the live earlier? Why would my name be saved in your phone as Candy on the live earlier? Why would my name be saved in your phone as Candy you on the live earlier? Why would my name be saved in your phone as Candy if you don't know me? My name is Candy. I didn't change my name to Candace until I was 22 years old. But that's my God-given name. Y'all can Google me right now. Candy Coleman. Y'all gonna see Long Branch, New Jersey, Willingboro, New Jersey pop up on that shit. Cause that's who I'm not a troll. I'm a real ass woman.
Dang.
Period.
Oh yeah, he gonna try to spread it.
Okay, so here's a
You try to, why my number saved in your phone if you don't know me, nigga? Oh, your number's only saved as Candy, but I talk to 1,000 people a day. Why my number saved at all, nigga, if you don't know me?
How many
Miss Candy, here's a statement.
My name's spelled with K.
He knows you know all the tea, so he has to front.
No, wait a minute. Did the bishops raise just those children or did they raise multiple children?
Okay, so no. They had multiple before they adopted them kids. They always had foster kids. They always had foster kids. But I will say that it was so many kids that I couldn't tell you who was biological or who wasn't.
Ooh. That's something. And you see, 50 Nature Boy only told us but so much. That's why he was going crazy over that girl. But if you're tuning in right now, you know where that video at. Shoot that video to me in my DM. Or when 50 Nature Boy was live, and he said that lady was his aunt. And then he said that girl was his cousin. And then we're going to see if Candy know who these people are. Because with the stuff that he's saying, it's as if he started explaining his life up to the point once that he had already been exiled for what he did, okay? He didn't go back no further than that. Just like in the Bible, in the biblical text, how the Bible only starts speaking about Jesus from after 18 years. They don't talk about the 18 missing years of his life, you feel me? That's right. So with Nature Boy, that's how he started explaining certain stuff. That's how he corroborated the story about Mr. Polk and who that person was, well as in actuality, now we're seeing that Mr. Polk was either some man in the church or the man, Mr. Bishop himself, that did something to him. Now, within his mind, he has, he has formulated, this character of on who Mr. Polk is, but with the stuff that he is attached to, his upbringing and him being taken in by the bishops, we definitely can see where there's a possibility of there definitely being some form of molestation that was going on. He might even got inappropriately touched, and by him having to memorize biblical texts, we can even look at that to a degree if that was some form of a punishment, because I noticed on various times when Candy was speaking, there was times where she had to catch herself, from shedding a tear. I could hear it in her voice. This was not something rehearsed. This was not something that was planned. This is some real shit. Okay, family?
Wasn't, because it's a mixed group. You understand? And I know when mixed people have kids, like, who the fuck are we to say? Especially if the baby yellow had kids, like, who the fuck was it? Because it's a mixed group. You understand? And I know when mixed people had kids, like who the fuck are we to say? Especially if the baby yellow and nappy head, you know. I mean, I ain't trying to be fucking goddamn stereotypical, but y'all know.
I get you because I'm dark and I'm medium and my mother's white. So
And then
I
you got
totally
it. When kids were acting up, when they were misbehaving in Bible study, they were thrown to the parking lot. So the parking lot.
So
And then
I
you got
totally
it. When kids were acting up, when they were misbehaving in Bible study, they were thrown to the parking lot. So the parking lot time is when they got to mingle with the kids in the hood. But those motherfuckers were not allowed.
Yo, I appreciate the gifts. I see y'all is gifting me like hell. I appreciate that, yo. J Star, King Becker, everybody that's coming through for me right now. Appreciate y'all.
Not allowed.
Oh man, this shit right here, I tell you. Let's do some Kayla. What's up, Kayla?
Hey, how you doing? What's up with
You said
you?
what now?
I said, what's up with you?
Hey, you already know what it is. You was tuning in.
Yeah.
Was it something that you heard that you wanted to speak on or add on to? I don't know what the fuck she had going on. Yeah, she was on some other shit. Oh, no, don't worry. She just said, yeah. She said, yeah.
Allowed to hang with us.
So it's more like a group home situation, like a group home.
I'm not gonna say group home because that's too nicely. This was a church where you couldn't walk up.
I guess is in the building. Yum was good with it.
Hey,
Hold
okay,
on,
so
Yum. I ain't got the joint
I'm
on.
chilling with my girlfriend right now, so I'm not going to stay long, but I just had to say this. So, why Clubfoot trying to pay me to say that I lied, right?
Huh?
And then he tried to give me like 3 different stories that I could use so I could keep my integrity. But he don't even got the money to pay me. And I'm like, even if I was, which I would never, you ain't got the money to pay me. How you going to ask me to do some shit and you going to pay me later?
He hit you up?
Yes. Like, yo, you really wildin'.
He said you wild, yo. Why he think you wildin'?
Wildin'.
Why he think you wildin'? Cause you telling the truth. Now you wildin'.
I'm a black man.
What that ain't, you never said that he wasn't a black man. Like, what that got to do with it?
He said, don't you got kids by a black man? How could you do some shit like that? I'm like, I didn't even really do anything bad. I didn't even say anything really bad. Like, it was
No.
me confirming knowledge, the stuff that's already out there. Like, but I got some shit I'm finna do. So wait for it. Like, he's crazy.
You say wait for it.
Wait for it. Yeah, I'm getting my stuff together.
When you get ready to leave, you get ready to go out?
No, I'm about to go home, actually. I stopped by my girlfriend's house so I can say happy
Oh,
birthday.
okay. But
Yeah,
Nelly and them,
I will still be here when I get home.
but Nelly and them said that they was wanting to talk to you. That's why I had one live on here.
Oh yeah, I know. I seen the ladies earlier.
Oh, okay.
So much to talk about too, cause they crazy. This nigga then he had every slow self sending me little voice clips. Like y'all is crazy.
What was the voice clips? What was she trying to talk you out of it? What she was talking
She
about?
was just like she was like, and then you call yourself a woman? Wow. I would never want to be that low of self. Like, just talking stuff like that. And to think it's cute to be in your lower self, but that's a woman. You know how she talk all slow and shit.
Oh wow. They back in the building now. They done hopped up in here. They seen you. They had to come, Candy.
Hey, Val.
Hello,
Yeah,
sweetie.
yeah.
Hello.
I
Peace
told him
and
earlier because I
blessings.
told him I
Lord,
said
Lord,
I had
sir.
some alpha girl threats. He went from being nice trying to pay me to straight alpha girl threaten me.
You hear this? You hear
He
this?
was ready.
In
He was ready to
actuality,
catch fight.
like in actuality, my
Was
dude is
flirting
with
with them
it. He's like, where he at? We
African.
could pull up. So he doesn't even need to threaten me.
Talking about
Some
we
of
can
us are really
pull up.
about that life.
Was Air Fruit supposed to jump on you or something?
Man, I will dunk that fruit on her motherfucking neck.
Oh, this shit done got real now.
With therapeutic love, okay?
Watch out, tight titties.
Bless her heart. I would
Hey,
drag
Velma,
all of them all the way to the mental institution. By
Yo,
the
what
end.
you think about Nature Boy trying to pay her to be quiet?
But they
That
ain't
was
even got
very
the money yet.
expected. I
on
expected that.
I didn't hear her say anything about being quiet. So how much did he offer you?
Okay, so he didn't offer an amount. He like, yo. I mean, he like, yo. I know, and he got to disrespect your integrity. And he had like a couple scenarios, which I can't remember exactly what, but I did see. I don't know how to record because when you screen record while you're on the phone, it doesn't actually pick up the conversation. So
Yeah, I'm
I picked my dude's phone up and just recorded it so we could record the conversation or whatever. So he didn't say an amount or whatever. He just like, yo, I could bless you or whatever. He like, you need to get on these people, get on there with them people and like tell them you did this shit for clout because you trying to get your shit up or you got something to sell. He's like, or you could play it like this. And then he was getting mad. You know how I get when you don't agree with him. So he was
What
like,
1 second. Why didn't you take the money and then come over here and just be like,
oh, first of all, he ain't even got no money. That was the point. He talking about they waiting for their stimulus. He talking about him and people that's over here in Babylon. Once they get their stimulus, everything's gonna be all good. They got new things they coming up with, and then he can get me straight. He could change my life. He like, if you just wait on it, do what you gotta do now, you could be set later type shit. I'm like, nigga, how are you trying to pay me?
it wouldn't be
How
for the
you trying to
good?
pay me to lie and you ain't even got the money?
You ain't got the money. That's like, come on now.
I said, y'all waiting for a stimulus? I said, I'm calling Social Security, IRS, all that. And then he was like, you are a bitch. Don't you got kids by a black man? What's wrong with you? I'm a black man.
Well, if you had kids by a white man, he still would have called you a bitch. So you in a no-win situation, sweetie.
He said, every fucking fat forehead bitch I've ever known was not shit.
What? As
Yo,
long as
I had
Angry
so
girl.
many forehead jokes in my life. I never had nobody tell me I had a fat forehead, bro. I almost fell out.
Girl, I was
forehead
called
game.
go ahead, forehead when I was young. Don't matter. I don't care. I'm telling you, men done asked me for a whole bunch of things, and never been two things: hair or doggone forehead. So
Damn,
Crazy, but
Babaji.
I do feel bad though because there was some people that were upset with me, like like about they just
upset
don't want
them
to be
because
attached to
you
him.
told the
So she
truth.
was just like, at least y'all could have scratched the baby's picture out, And I was like, at the end of the day, like I didn't want to disrespect her for her feelings, so I just let it ride out. But Nature Boy can kiss my ass. Actually,
Man, he
he can
need
kiss
My
my
whole
ass.
well, no,
he need to be exposed.
you don't want him to keep.
See, he's mad because he's been exposed. All his lies that he's ever told for the last probably 8 years on social media are being chipped away at now. So
Right,
he ain't gonna have that facade to sit behind no
right,
longer. And
and
you
then
just spoke your truth, sweetie. That's all. And we
right,
thank you once again.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And then
we've been
some
waiting
people.
to come and saint the ship. We've been waiting on somebody just like you because the ex-carbonation members are afraid. We don't know
Right.
why they're afraid. We don't know what he holding over their head or what he made them do. But he has done something to those people where they would not talk the
Right.
world. They
And
won't talk to none of us.
absolutely. And at the end of the day, I think I'm giving a lot of other people courage. People that
Yes,
actually,
ma'am.
got more thorough receipts than I do. People who
Yes,
have better
ma'am.
insight than I do to
Mm.
come forward. Because a lot of them, at the end of the day, you want to run away, but you can't run away because he's forever tied to you. The best thing you could do is stick up for them people if you don't agree with what he's doing. Now, if y'all
And
okay with
see,
it, then keep quiet. But if you
you
really
give
genuinely don't
the
agree, you're
safest
upset and
road.
you're embarrassed, help those people over there because those are not well people. Those are people that are mentally impaired. And then another thing, you people that left and are scared to talk, and I'm going to tell you now, don't wait. Now, when he gets locked up, he's going to put y'all under the bus. Do y'all want to wait till then to tell your full truth? I don't think
Correct.
so. I don't think so. Would you
Well, now
rather be
but
the
they
one?
should be saving a young girl like Zoka. Zoka's so young. And we don't know what
Yeah.
she's been exposed to. She may have something she can never get rid of, or a child may not be able to get rid of.
Right.
And you could be saving another 19 or 20-year-old girl from going over there and messing her life up forever.
Absolutely.
And Miss
Absolutely.
Candy, you give a perspective of a age range in his life that he keeps out of the media. You know, you speaking from before all the extreme craziness started. You know, pre-children. You're speaking pre-children. So you know, hey, we friends, sweetie, regardless if you decide to be quiet or not. But you know, hey, we here for you regardless.
I mean, now we don't want you to hush, but
I ain't never
you know,
gonna
we
hush.
appreciate what you've done.
I stand on my stuff. At the end of the day, when you are keeping it real and you're telling the truth, it's not anything to be afraid of. So I stand on what I speak. You know, I don't care. I'll step to Nature Boy or whoever else. Like for real. So yeah, I don't mind. I just I hope I encourage other folks to like really help, because what he doing is not cool. And you people that think it has nothing to do with us because they're secluded, no, it has a lot to do with us. Because when those people leave, they come back. Now they fucking on our brothers and our sisters, and you know what I'm saying? Our uncles, our cousins, our cheating ass men, whoever. And now they spreading all that shit. We don't need that. That needs to be shut down.
Immediately.
Do what they gonna do. They don't need to do it on Babylon dollars. So yeah, they people like, I ain't calling. I will call the feds on you, black man. Social Security, EBT, social services, all of that.
Miss
See.
Candy, was it cathartic for you?
Huh?
Was it cathartic for you? Did you feel like you know, you went through a little bit of therapy by being able to express those things that you probably hadn't been able to express?
I think the therapeutic part came from like just the vibe of the group that I was talking amongst. You know, the feedback and the love that I got. But yeah, y'all. It definitely was therapeutic for me for sure. Like.
I could tell you was comfortable too, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know, just talking about it. And I know it definitely, you know, made you feel some kind of way to just get it out, you know, at that time.
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely comfortable with y'all. Like the vibes are good, and because I feel that y'all heart is in the right place. You know, like I feel that there's a lot of people I see on here that speak against him, but then I see they support him on the low. Like there's a lot of wishy-washy people that I've seen on here. So I know y'all the real. You know. Oh yeah,
don't deal with that.
I'm with it. At
Our
the end
motto,
of the day, that boy needs to be stopped. He's sick and he needs to be stopped. Period. It's not a
Team
game.
World's motto is make it make sense. MIMS.
He's
Period.
out here promoting generational curses. For what? Because he's upset? What?
I think Jana might have a question for you. Peace, Jana, what's good? True, there she go, True. There she go, True. You about to bounce? Get your question in. She about to leave. You can go ahead and get your question in, Jana.
Oh, I was just jumping on her. I was trying to jump on here earlier because I heard her mention that somebody was saying something to her. So I just wanted to let it be known that I would fly out wherever to meet Candy. If somebody want to do something to Candy, Candy's got to tell me where, and I'll be ready to fly out.
Awesome sauce.
Okay.
That's awesome sauce. It
Period.
is what it is.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Jana, you can't be in the whip. You can't be whipping. Jana can't be whipping. Jana was getting it in, but yeah, I think Jay Star got a question for you too before you get up off here. Jay Star, what's good?
Candy, I had one quick question. I wanted to ask you, do you think it's possible that he's still in contact with the bishop?
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
Doubt it. I don't now. I don't know for sure, but my personal opinion, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
I was kind of wondering, like, maybe it's possible that he's still in contact. It's obvious that he learned some of the stuff that he's doing now from being around them type of people. But I was wondering, maybe if he's still in contact with this old man, and maybe the old man might be giving him guidance and what to do in certain situations, and even supporting him. You know, so that's one thing I wanted to know: is he still in contact with the bishop?
I doubt it. I doubt it, especially after, because I remember on Facebook around the time when like almost the whole family actually set their page to private was around the time when he was talking about those sexual abuse allegations and stuff like that. So I really doubt it, but I don't know for sure. But I would be shocked. I think they really are just like, you know, like what the F?
So can we and that's why I want to pretty much touch on whenever that we do return with the convo, the dialogue, with the sexual abuse allegations, and when around about the time that happened. I want to definitely start right there.
How come nobody in his life knows who Mr. Pope is?
It's all made up.
And see, I don't know if you ever heard the interview I did where I conducted with his baby mom, Maisha, and she even said in there that she tried to help him go find him, and that's when I figured it out because I'm like, hold on, now you was with her to the point that she was willing to pack all her stuff up at her crib and move in an RV with you.
Yep.
She gonna help you try to find a person that sexually abused you, but y'all couldn't find
In
him.
the live.
Okay.
In the
You
chat,
can you send me
well,
that
50 in the
link? You
chat.
talk to her?
50 in the chat. I think he's in the chat right now. I think
You did it. You did an interview with her. I want to see
yes.
that. I didn't even. Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, this was like pretty much about like a year and a half ago. And she pretty much explained it to the T of on what
Did
happened,
she
but
know
she
Mr.
didn't.
Pope?
No.
Oh.
That never happened. That's why I was saying like she agreed to, go on with him and then go look for this person, that, did whatever that they did to him. Cause I understand, if somebody did something like that to you, that's bad. I definitely would refute that. I don't condone that. But what you don't do is you don't like twist and contort narratives and make it seem like someone did something to you. That's right along the lines with women that cry as if that they were raped or they were physically abused. Well, in reality, they wouldn't.
Right. And at the
Right.
same time, if he was abused, that's no excuse to do what he's doing. There's plenty of us
Nah,
that
it don't make it right. It don't make
would
this shit
never hurt a
right.
child or hurt anyone. So.
Well, let me ask you something.
This is true.
The whole sex allegation stuff with the Mr. Bishop is it like newspaper articles or you found anything about that shit?
No, I haven't even begun to even look yet. I
I've
haven't.
actually never even Googled them folks to see what I could find. I'm gonna do that though one day when I'm just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
I never even
Candy,
thought
have
to
you
like.
spoken with the brother?
But if y'all do want to look, we are from Willingboro, New Jersey. So he's from a beautiful neighborhood. I wish I had.
When you said on the live the other day, you was like, I'm not gonna give the name of the church, or none of the other what type of church it was. I was like, yeah, that's cool. We'll find it. He'll find it by tomorrow. He'll be on the street, walking down the street and everything.
Oh yeah, I already have.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. It is a nice neighborhood. And another thing too, Candy, is that that church actually has a large list of properties within that Long Branch area as well. High development, high end properties as well. Yeah.
The jacket. Oh no! Oh, they got it going on. That's like they got the big money long, and not even money long. They got connections, and I feel like honestly, in a way, that's how they probably contributed to this monster because when you got certain connections in a small town where we're from, like you can get certain shit off. Slaps on the wrist, like.
I think with him offering you money, I think we getting closer to the bottom of this shit.
Right. So he went from offer. He went from
just the other day, didn't he say he didn't know you? He was acting like he didn't even know you when you called him. But
right.
now you talk. I wish you would have recorded that shit.
He didn't know me, but my name was saved under Candy. Why is my name? Why is my number saved in your phone if you don't know me? Is it my name saved in y'all phone?
Start spilling the beans. He know you then.
Yeah, I wish you would have recorded that last conversation y'all had.
Yeah, I got some of it. It's like what I did was I took my dude phone and just hit record. So it's a video, but you can kind of hear in the background. Yeah, and so anyway, he went from that, he went from threatening me. Then he was like, he said, oh bitch, you just mad because I didn't want you to be my lover. He said, and everybody's
what?
That
Everybody. That nigga swear everybody won, and he gonna try to use that too. He gonna try to use that when y'all was growing up, you used to try to holler at him, you wanted him and all that, but he didn't want. He gonna try to use that. Why?
Right.
That's what he always do.
Because
Complexion
let me
that
tell you
he
something, I
like.
could bet my bottom dollar he can't find one witness or one truth in the world to back that up. You'll never get that off
That's
of him.
what
So I
that's
agree.
what he always do. He mad 'cause I wouldn't have sex with her. That's his game. That's his game he play.
Right. But one thing I do know that he does, because like a while ago, I remember he told me that he has a, damn, what is it called? I think it's a fake message app where he could actually make conversations. And that's one thing he used to do. He used to make conversations and send them to people's families. Like saying like, look at what your daughter disclosed. How could you do some shit like that? You know, I guess like as a way to make them really feel like you ain't never going home, bitch.
Let me ask you, is this along the lines of the same stuff that you were saying about the abuse to the animals as well? Would you think this is some kind of correlation with that? Wanting to see something, an object in pain, a person with an animal, child in pain? Okay,
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
It's all adding up.
Definitely that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wanting to
He's
watch
definitely
it
that
face to
kid.
face and see it happening right
Like,
then. He don't want to be at the off somewhere else. He want to be able to watch it being tortured, being taken apart, people going against him and everything. That
That's sick, man.
that
like
get
we
him
all
on.
know kids can throw a tantrum and cry, but when I tell you, literally non-stop for hours, I'm not exaggerating. So when them people tell us that he makes them listen to them for 10 hours and shit, I believe that wholeheartedly.
So what you're saying in so many words is by them being, by them having to listen to him for that amount of time, that's on the level of torture, and he want to sit back and watch that.
And I believe he learned that very well, because for them deprived.
Mute up, bro. Mute up.
They
Yeah, I'm
had to
about to
be.
dust my garage
There's no
over.
way that you
Yeah,
can
mute
go
up,
to church
mute
at 2 a.m., be
up,
there
mute
at
up.
6 a.m. Like, you're not going to tell me you're getting an adequate sleep. Like, come on now. Everybody's so perfect. Like, that's weird. They look sleep deprived. Like, I don't know.
That's how he able to go on those rants for hours at a time all through the night. Only say when she got there, she didn't sleep for the first 24 hours because he wouldn't shut up.
Right. And then also, okay, so my mom is schizophrenic, and I do know, like, when they have their episodes, like, if you speak to someone who's actually been through that, had to be hospitalized, they've had times where they've been up for a week, 2 weeks, literally up 18 days until they physically crash. It is a thing. That is definitely a sign of psychosis. It's a sign of a manic episode. That boy is sick. You can literally see when his personalities switch, and he has no control over any of them. Tyson is the worst. Tyson love them lemon pepper wings.
And Miss Candy, you
Tyson
said
like them
that
lemon pepper wings and the Hennessy. Tyson in his basement self.
Oh, that's what you, when he called himself Tyson Bedford, is that what you're talking about?
Yep. And for example, I think he got that kid jail story from DMX, because he idolizes DMX. The boy takes his favorite movies, his favorite songs, and he makes his life out of that. And if you pay
He try to
attention,
make it his reality.
if you pay
Oh, hold
attention to
on.
the songs, I can tell you the songs and the artists and the movies that he's getting this shit from. I can tell you.
Well, he actually was on a live stream where he was doing a DMX, impersonation, and it was to the T. It was. That's how I know you not lying. It was to the T. I was like, "Is that DMX?" I was like, "That's him." I was like, "Damn."
Send me.
But World, let me ask you this. Hey, World, I guarantee you remember your inmate number, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Man, you can't ask Clubfoot what's his inmate number. He can't quote no number
Right.
to you.
Remember I said that. That's one thing. Any of us who's ever been to prison, you know that thing right there, that'll never go away.
Nah, that opus don't leave. And that's the thing with him. All of the stuff that he's been saying for quite some time, now that we're talking to you, is all in like proper context now. I see how he was able to take bits and pieces like what you're saying. So with the DMX movies and you saying that you can be able to identify with lyrics and stuff, can you give me an example?
Yo, send me the live. Okay, so.
I'm gonna have to get the jump, yo.
Okay. Derek Fisher's a big one. A lot of his Charlie's Story come from the Derek Fisher. Wait, what was that called? Was it called the Derek Fisher movie? No. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about though, right?
Like Antoine Fisher. Antoine
Yeah,
Fisher,
that's right.
yeah.
Antoine. That was one of his favorites, clearly.
Derek Fisher, the basketball player.
The Matrix is like his all-time favorite, and I think that is where his whole. I would love
The holographic universe.
To ask him what his favorite movies are.
Avatar and shit.
But he be playing like the Marvel.
Send me the DMX link though. I would love to see that. I never seen him do that personally.
Oh man, that's so ill.
He takes on personas from things that he admires and things like that, and you you can teach yourself these things, And he said he was 9 years old when you met him, and he was screaming like this. Now you'd expect that from a 1 or 2 or 3 year old, but a 9-year-old, you're doing something that's out of the ordinary. Like, come on now.
So let me ask you.
He was sitting around watching.
So let me ask you, as a child, as a youth, was he a person that got a lot of attention? Because it seems now like he be trying real hard for attention.
He got a lot of attention because he forced attention because he was always bugging. Like I told you, he was always outside in the parking lot. Like, why are you getting kicked out of church every day? Like, I don't know. Like, and then these people were crazy. Like, now I'm thinking about it. Did they hook the car up, or was he just slow where he couldn't get out? Because how were they actually trapping him inside of this car? I'm wondering.
What car? What do you mean? Somebody got trapped?
They would take him to the parking lot, like literally put him in a car, and that's where he was screaming the whole entire time until church was done. Like they were kicking him out of church, I guess. That's where he was screaming. He would bang his head into the window. He'd pee on himself.
Damn.
How about this
nigga here, man?
On the window, like he demanded attention, and maybe
he felt
like he wasn't getting the attention he wanted or needed because church was first and foremost in their life. So that makes a lot of sense. Because why you got people sitting up under? What grown person wants somebody sitting up under them 24/7? That's weird.
Wow. So like I say, now I understand, what's going on with putting motherfuckers in the closet and shit or whatever. He be wanting them to feel tortured and stuff.
That's probably done to him.
All that.
It probably wasn't done to him to be evil. Maybe they just really didn't know what to do. Because how bad does your kid have to be for you to have them locked up in a mental institution? If they could have really kept him there, they probably would have.
Candy, you said that they didn't, when other people would come around, they would kind of pull him away from people. So they didn't really want him around a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. Now listen, they never came out the fence, but they would be at the fence and we would be at the fence, They never come around that fence, and that is true. It was always like not any words, like signals and signs, and they would tighten up. It was like really weird. Like the same way that he'll be like, what does he say? At ease or form or whatever he be saying. It was that kind of vibe,
At attention.
Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, another question too I want to ask you. Not, so much, what I'm saying, like in the teen era or whatever, but like as a youth, as you knew him back then, he was always shaped up like that, because he like badly built. Like he kind of.
No, I told you he was like a little chunky bear, like a chubby princess. He always had a big old booty, a fat ass. That thing used to size, ass fat. Yeah, like that. I don't know. I thought he was definitely gonna be a princess. I'm telling you, I'm shocked by the alpha male stuff.
You thought he was gonna be You thought he was gonna be a girl, huh?
Man, yes. I thought he was gonna be a princess for sure. Like,
was his eyebrows always arched up like that? They was arched up like that.
His face. You seen that picture I showed you? That was a picture from when he was quite young.
He looked like the devil then. He did. He just looked like a young devil.
Evil. He always looked.
Like in like in the video with the fake physical exam with Dean Willoughby, his face looked like in that picture you sent when he was naked face. He had the butt naked. That's what we call it, the butt naked. He had the
Yeah, he been playing with them boys for a long time. I'm shocked that he even pretends to love girls. He's the only reason why he's doing that is because he
You don't
genuinely
pretend.
hates women. He hates women. He wants a pussy for one. He's mad about his mother. Maybe he's mad he wasn't adopted by melanated
Girl.
chocolate deep dark rich folks. I don't know, but everything about him is just misery, anger, and he lives to destroy. He lives to
He's
hurt
always
women.
talking about the white
He don't
man,
care about
the
no
white man.
women.
But you had a white
Why?
family that took you in.
Why would you get a
And
woman just to put it in her butt? Like what?
you know, like wow,
What?
wow. There's a whole bunch of things you can do with a woman. Why that?
Right. And all you want to do is throw it in her ass. Something ain't right. Something ain't
do,
right there.
do you know of any woman, well now woman, but do you know of any girl or whatever that had a relationship with him back then or thought he was, he was at all attractive or wanted to deal with him?
I can't say relationship, but I know a lot of girls that slept with him.
Hmm?
But I don't know of any girlfriends. Like I told you, the only thing I remember is that guy he used to date. Cause okay, so there was this club called the Abyss that was in Saraville, New Jersey back in the day, and it was like popping. That's where all like everybody from the hood. That's where everybody used to go. And he was, man, he'd be up in there. He'd be like, man, give all these bitches a shot. Like that's the only really lover that I remember is that guy. Cause he was just like always showing off. Like he'll pull up in the nigga car. He like, oh nah, y'all see what I'm pushing? Like he was that. Like
White.
he thought about that lover, and I think that if that man wanted to actually like be serious with him, that they probably would still be together today. The only
Was,
reason why he left is because that white guy didn't want to be with him.
so he was white.
Yep, that's the only guy that rejected him. I think that might be probably the only lover he had that's rejected him. He's mad about that. Those girls are gonna pay for that. If he could have stayed up in that little apartment with them Babylonian lights or whatever the fuck he complaining about, he would have. That guy was rich and smart. He just ain't want him.
So he was taking care of nature boy back
Yes,
then.
he was. He would walk up in the bodega, get everybody a pork roll, egg, and cheese. Y'all want
Pork roll, egg, and cheese.
you want a juice? Get a grapefruit juice.
Get the grapefruit. Oh shit.
What did his boyfriend do for a living?
I
The
don't
one that
know. He's
did
just
him
like,
like that.
I don't know. He's a smart guy. I heard he was like a professor or something. I don't know. He's a rich guy though. I know that.
Did he buy like jewelry and stuff? Necklaces.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know what kind of gifts they got. But I have heard stories that so-called lover. Now I don't know if he has HIV, but I heard that he was like a real big advocate for HIV and that kind of shit, like fighting for HIV awareness, but going really, really hard.
Does the name Brown sound familiar?
Mm.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Them eyes tell
Does
it
the
all.
Mike Brown sound familiar to you, ma'am?
It,
So what do
Hey,
you know
hey,
about Mike
Candy.
Brown?
Hey, Candy, did y'all go to the same school?
huh?
Did y'all go to the same school?
Okay, so no, we went to the same I don't know
Academy.
what you call it. Yeah, it was my younger years. I got kicked out very, very young. So it was like I was there from K4 to first grade. And then I had switched to public school, and that school was actually it was a Christian school, it was a gospel school, and like I told y'all, it was torture there. Like, so when I said I got kicked out, y'all, I wasn't a bad kid. I ain't like it, so I did what I had to do to get up out. Don't judge me.
Was there abuse there in the school?
But yeah, like they forced us to do sanctuary. We had to read the Bible, stuff like that.
Was there
So you gotta go to church for school, and then you gotta go to church for a living. Like anybody would grow up and be crazy. And that ain't no shade.
Miss Candy, was there abuse, physical abuse in the school?
But okay, y'all, I gotta go. Y'all, my people's back.
Okay.
Okay, word. All right, peace,
Thank
Candy.
you again, sweetie.
I love y'all. I love y'all. I'll be back.
All right,
Lord,
Candy.
Lord,
Love you.
love you too, sweetie.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh,
Lord.
y'all got my
Candy
number.
come
Oh,
through dropping gems.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
she
come through
does.
dropping mad gems. She gotta go though. She don't even want to leave us, yo. She gotta go.
I don't. And
She
then
don't
my
want to leave us.
friend to get here, so I really want to play y'all the. I want to play y'all the conversation to him so bad because I know he's gonna try to say I'm
He
lying.
about to come. He about to come.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Well, we'll let you
I
go. You
don't
gonna
know.
tap back? Okay. All right, bet. All right. Uh-oh, y'all. The conversation is coming up. Fake Velvet,
Wow.
J Star, Nelly, what you think about all of this coffee right here, man?
I,
Everything is just aligning itself up in perspective because so many things you found, so many things we were making assumptions, but now this just makes things all more real.
yeah, I mean, I'm with Nelly. It seems like everything you've been saying, it's like all this shit it's starting to make sense now.
Make
Who this nigga really is and where he come from. It's
coming
just
full
it all
circle.
makes sense. It's starting to make sense to me now.
I
With her
feel
talk,
the Matrix is Babylon. You know, um, oh my God, putting people.
Goddess of More says the New Year's ball dropped for real. I'm sorry to cut you off. She said the New Year's ball dropped for real.
Well, right. So Babylon is the Matrix. That's his favorite movie. Putting the girls in the closet. That's probably something he experienced as a child. Um,
And the
oh,
Babylon part comes from the Bible, which
what?
he knows back and forth.
Oh yeah, preaching so much and want to have Bible study. I mean,
Hmm.
somebody.
so basically he was being groomed to be who he is and didn't even know it at the time.
No, I think he got syphilis and it went to his head because if you read no, but for real though, syphilis will fuck your mind up if it goes untreated.
Untreated. Hmm.
And I really think maybe he got something ahead of what he currently has, and it festered because there's no cure for syphilis, and it fucked
I.e.
it
Al
up.
Capone.
Yeah, that's what killed Napoleon too. Back in
That's what killed Al Capone with syphilis.
Came
Word.
back
I'm not for sure. Shout out to King Beck
crazy.
up in the building. What's
Hey
good, King Beck?
guys,
All right, peace. What's going on?
what's up, everyone? Oh my God, I'm so confused.
Lord.
You confused? What's going on? Talk to me.
I've been trying to catch up, world, because I've been working, so I only got to see like two of your most recent video. I was watching some of the girl, I guess that was on here. Was that the same girl?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
her.
so I was watching some of that earlier, and then I stopped because you came on Bingo, so I just decided to come watch you live now or whatever. So I just wanted to ask a few questions. So this dude was in a mental hospital, right? That's
Facts.
that's what she said. Okay, and a church group home.
So to
Not a
say, but she didn't say it was a group home. Nelly, can you kind of explain that part if you want to?
Okay, the people were adopted. Well, they became foster parents, and so he was their foster child. But they also, I guess, were the owners or a pastor and of a church and everything. And so he was there in that church for a number of years in that family, and went to a Christian school and things of that nature.
Okay, wow. Well, yeah, that's crazy, but like you guys were saying too, it's all kind
Hold
of
on.
making sense.
Hey, Becca, if you got a TV playing that's on, can you kind of turn your TV down?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna move
Okay,
a
bet.
little bit.
Okay.
It's just gonna be a little dark where I'm at because I don't want the cameras to see.
Girl, that's
Hey
so
Nelly,
the climate.
Nelly, let me ask you something. So Bishop, Mr. Bishop was a pastor.
I'm unsure about that, but what World has uncovered is there is a lady that owns the church. Well, church is in a lot of property, and I believe she was married to the Mr. Bishop,
Right.
Okay.
and Mr. Bishop them own this church. She
Um,
now Miss Candy said she doesn't know of a Mr. Pope. So now we're kind of believing, as we have been all along, that he made up a fake name and Mr. Pope was really Mr. Bishop.
why do y'all think that Clubfoot tried to cover up this whole Bishop? He didn't want this to be exposed so bad.
He
Because
don't want nobody. I mean, he acts like a gangster so much. Why would he?
This the real him. I think
Yeah.
if we find out who the Bishop was, we was gonna find out who he really was, and I think that's what he was scared of.
But not only that, speaking against the white man so much, and you was raised by the white man, just don't sound good.
Correct.
And I had asked her the other night I asked her the other night was the Bishop's white or black, and somebody said they ain't know. Yeah, that was the question I wanted to know, was they white or black? But shit, that man Lily white. That's an old Lily white man.
I'm gonna make me a pilgrimage to Jacksonville, Florida, because it's right down the street from my house, and I'ma sure go find out on some real Beam Team bullshit. I'm gonna go look.
All of us are parents, and we know children are very impressionable, and they pick up on everything, songs, anything. So whether you're doing right or wrong, that child is gonna pick up those things, them conversations that you're having, how you react to people, how you deal with people, and this is, I believe it was learned behavior, but it is something that that has been evolving with him through life. And what you must understand is that he was born addicted to crack. So things started from him in natal. You understand? There's a difference, If you weren't born a crack addict like I wasn't, I don't think anybody else was. But I know of a child that was born addicted to crack. And so I have watched him for a while. He's 30 years old now.
How would that happen? Because your parent was doing it while they were pregnant?
While she was pregnant, correct.
Okay.
Correct. In natal.
Well, how long does that have to happen for you to become addicted to crack when you get born?
Let's see.
I mean, I believe it's just like an adult. You can do crack one time and get addicted. So what's the difference for a child?
I just wanted to know because where I grew up from, honestly, I know a few people who parents did it, but they're nothing like him, number one, and they're not addicted to crack.
But they also
I got a couple of partners that's crack babies, and
there you go, like crack babies. That's how we would call it.
About them. It's always something they're either heightened in their emotions or they just all the way down. So they go from 0 to 100 real quick.
True. I can see that.
Crack baby stuff, or do you think he really had schizophrenia?
I believe that there's a few diagnoses.
Okay.
I don't think there's just one. I think there's a multiple, there's a plethora of diagnoses going on with him, mentally, emotional, physically, and all of that. But one thing.
But what I'm not gonna do is allow that to be an excuse for the shit that he do, because
Correct.
I know
definitely
people,
not an excuse.
Yeah, I know people that they got them same problems, schizophrenia and anxiety and all type of stuff, and they don't conduct themselves in that manner. So we can't let that be an excuse, being no crack baby and I'm not saying y'all are, but no, we're not gonna give them that pass to say that.
No, but I do agree with her and definitely think that he does have something multi-person or something, because I could live and he could be all cool, calm with the nature, eating fruits and stuff, and then 2.5 seconds his lip is twisting up and he's acting like he from the hood, calling everybody niggas and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't understand, because it just takes the littlest thing to make that guy flip. I sometimes be thinking it is like we'll say, just a script, like the dude be bored, he not getting the attention that he wants, so let him act like this, and then he'll probably get the attention that he's seeking.
He seeks attention no matter good or bad. And that's where the problem comes along. And if we're gonna dive into this male's life as far as this cult, you have to take everything into account. And I ain't saying, by no means am I saying you have to give him a pass or an excuse, but it just, helps you to understand what happened from step 1, 2, 3. And when he's been not showing so many parts of his life, when you see that, it makes you understand it more.
Right. It seems like he's running away from that so bad, like from his real self, which he likes to proclaim so much, right? His real self. And it seems like he's running away from his real self because this is all of what really has happened to him and really transpired, not all that jail stuff he be talking about. I wrote that in the comments earlier. Like, it seems like the jail is equaling the hospital he was in or whatever, and he's like making his own little scenarios. Maybe some of the truths of some truths that happened when he was in the mental hospital, but also twisting it up, to benefit his scenario and story.
But when
To make the persona that he wants to portray a hard man, and I done did this and did that, and we done found out he done came from the suburbs with white picket fence. He done lived on silver spoons and everything. And you've been talking about you was in Wagner Projects.
Because I kind of felt that. I felt that in my heart from watching him from day one. But I'm from Brooklyn. I don't really travel to Harlem or Queens like that. But I'm 30 years old and I was born and raised in Bed-Stuy, Sumner Projects. So watching him talk just kind of didn't sit right with me, even if he is from Harlem. Like, I've met people from Harlem, it just didn't sit right. Nobody goes that hard, to at least from us, the people I walk around and stuff. Nobody go that hard to try to make themselves seem. Hey, Miss Me. Yeah, to make themselves seem so, hard and stuff. Like, out here, you say what you say it once, you say it twice. By the third time, you gonna stuff a nigga or you gonna leave him alone. Like, that's that on that. I never really understood that. And then he always used to say that all the time. I'm from Harlem. I'm like, I've met several Harlem dudes and none of them ever act like you, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, he from Harlem and shit. Like Harlem was supposed to be some shit that just make a motherfucker just be afraid of you or whatever. No disrespect to Harlem. Shout out to Harlem. Miss Meat, shout out to Miss Meat, everybody, the panelists that's tuning in right now, Lord Self Gang, everybody that's up in, anybody that's new that come in, we always respectfully acknowledge the person. It don't even make a damn if we talking about some super exclusive shit. Just acknowledge the person, that's tuning in. But if a person is, within mid-sentence or whatever, let them keep talking, let them do what they do. They'll come back in with that Jim Jang. How you doing, Miss Meat? What's going on?
What's good? But we know he was really a crack baby. Dust balls lie about everything. How we even know he was a crack baby? His mama might have died in childbirth. Who knows? I got some friends who died while they was giving childbirth. Who knows he was even born a crack baby? This nigga got a whole silver spoon in his mouth. He was raised with a backyard with a fence with some grass, motherfucker, like green grass. This nigga is a whole liar.
Correct.
Oh yeah, he be lying like a motherfucker now, and that's the thing about it too. Like anything that's gonna like go on like sympathy, that's what he's gonna act on. He gonna drive that hard. That's why it's always a thing about what people are doing to him. Y'all did this, y'all to me, or whatever. See, now you can get a better definitive understanding of who he's actually talking about. He's talking about the person who physically, sexually abused him, tampered with his motherfucking ass. He ain't mad at none of us. You feel me? He mad at that person. He just see those and that is his demon that he's not facing. Okay. See, until he faced that demon, he ain't gonna be able to go to the next level with that thing. He done mastered manipulating the women. He done mastered getting fuck niggas to listen to him and follow him without contesting them. You see what I'm saying? Once he conquered that, then he'll be able to move to the next stage. But he can't do that. That's why he want other people to talk about the stuff that they did. That's why he find delight in them explaining how they got herpes and various other EDs when they committed acts secretly with family members and all that. He get off on that shit. Let's have a real nigga moment. Let's talk about it. See, he'll have a real nigga moment with them, but won't have a real nigga moment with asking him some shit. asking him shit like, why can you speak so much about your family, but our family has to be abandoned and casted away? Everything is, so Babylon dealing with your family, but you can have your daughter, you can have Vel, you can have everything related centrally to you except for that. Think about it now. Think about it.
But what does he always say about these generational curses? What generational curses he had?
None. He had a gated community. He was right. Did you see how green that grass was? I'm not knocking green grass. I'm not knocking niggas, people who was raised that well with a gated community and a white picket fucking fence. But he hollering about Wagner Projects. That nigga probably won't even step in Wagner Projects. They'll slap him like a bitch. He's a whole dumb ass liar.
Wait, but where was that? That's the video that I was watching earlier, World, that I stopped to join the live, that shows the, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yes, Carter. Okay, go out there, Pa. Thank you. Okay, yeah, where they show the houses and stuff at, that was that video that I was like started to watch, but then I stopped. The one Miss Meat is talking about, where it showed like the picket fence or the grass or whatever.
Yeah, that's the bishop's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to know what video it is to watch, because I was started watching one video today, but then I stopped because I joined Bingo to see the live. But I want to watch it like after the chat is over and stuff. I'm gonna go watch it, catch up. Sometimes I get to catch y'all live. Sometimes I gotta rewatch it because I'll be working.
No, what it was he put actually in his last live, he have the pastor bishop or whatever he is, bishop, sitting on how they used to have the brick stumps in front of the great yards and stuff. With I don't know if her name Penelope, but they so white. I'm sorry for that. Her name look like it's Penelope.
That was Marsha.
The grass stuff. This nigga wasn't raised nowhere near no damn projects. That's why he gotta holler, I'm a real nigga 100 times a day.
Maybe that's what they called him in his group home. Maybe they called him nigga because, if you think about that Antoine Fisher movie, and Candy was talking about Antoine Fisher, that lady did refer to that boy as what? Come here, nigga.
Yeah, but listen, y'all.
She always did. She always did. And that's the thing, though. And like Candy was saying about Antoine Fisher, and you actually talking about the grandmother or aunt or whoever that she was, she always made a point to call him a nigga, always to degrade him, always to, like low rank his ass or degrade him, so to say. And about what she was saying, even about the DM shit, how he take beats, like bits and pieces from different people's life. He really in his mind be thinking like, like that shit him or whatever. That's why I keep telling y'all about Foot, man. He a whole lot of character, man. I told y'all from the beginning, like this type of shit motherfuckers do, man. Like, I done seen motherfuckers with him locked up before. I done met motherfuckers like him that just talk all day. Don't be talking about shit. Ain't trying to make no money, progress. Ain't trying to teach a motherfucker nothing. Now he want to so-called teach a motherfucker something, but at the same time, mind fucking everybody else that he's around. I get it. That's why he can sit over there and have them fraudulent, fictitious ass, never-ending, non-destinational conversations about astrology and astrological theories, and always dating back and giving, praise it to a European man, Bruce Lipton. Now it's not ironic why he speaks so much about Bruce Lipton and why he gives energy to the European man, Bruce Lipton, as opposed to him being God and God body and being Christ conscious, but never speaking about people like Dr. Khaled Abdul Muhammad or Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Never. Now, he heard me just say that. He might speak on it now because Ms. Meach, he watched the champ.
We watched the champ. We know.
Just in the chat.
Word.
One of his gatekeepers are over here listening. They might comment in a minute, but world,
real. Hello.
And it's funny. People they might watch you, but they don't listen. They don't listen. You've been saying this from the beginning. I've been saying this from the beginning. This nigga's a whole who's to say his parents are even dead? I like his mom and daddy in his eyebrows world. I heard you ask about his eyebrows right quick.
Hold on. Don't forget to acknowledge the person that just came in, and then you proceed with what you're talking about, so they don't think you're being funny.
I did try and speak to her.
Welcome, baby. Welcome.
Welcome.
His
How you
eyebrows.
doing, Gabriel?
His daddy has those eyebrows. He showed a picture. His daddy's eyebrows are exactly like his.
Just like, say that's not even his daddy.
Right.
Look alike. No, they eyebrows are the same. They look alike. Like that's that. If that's not his daddy, then damn it, they need to go on Laura Lake's paternity court because he like that man. The eyebrows.
No, he's a habitual liar, not
Like
a chronological. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if that's his daddy or not. I'm just telling y'all what Candace say. Candace said that's some random picture that, you know, Candace said that his daddy was in the he said his daddy was in the service. His daddy was James Bond. His daddy
If I showed you a picture of my uncle, you would think that my uncle was my daddy, but he not. I got cousins that look like me, and they mama ain't my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like
just
straight
be
up.
like that sometimes.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, I got like third and fourth cousins where like their aunt can look like they could be my sister. So that ain't nothing to get a picture and be like, this is my daddy and this is my mama. Because the woman that he showed that was his mama didn't look nothing like him. Now I can look at my son. My son got my face, but he got my height, so to say. But then my daughter, she looked like her mother and my mom, but she did at certain phases of her life, through certain stages. She took on like the facial structure of different family members, and that's even dealing with DNA within itself. Now, he could have very easily had that photo that he found online, or somebody sent it to him, or he seen it on Facebook or whatever, and said, "Hey, you think this look like me?" And then ran with that. Because for what we knew, and what even his brother Leonardo didn't tell us was about, you know, Mr. Bishop and who he actually was. See, he went into, you know, great length and detail to explain Mr. Pope, somebody that no one even knows or can even verify to see if that shit what. You see what I'm saying? Think about it now.
Yeah.
And that's
Think about
why
it.
the saying you ain't got a lie to kick it. And he lies about everything.
Like, puh. Like that man spit him out per that picture. Whoever that man is, if that's his uncle, they all inherited that look then. Because it's like,
I don't think the dude looked like him. The only thing that was about him was he had his eyebrows. That's all that it was. I don't think he looked like him. Like, it's people that's done told me that I look like people and I don't look like them, but they think I look like them, but I don't. And it's just certain shit, like probably my eyebrows, the way how they bushy and shit or whatever. But I don't think that the dude looked like him at all. I think he looked like he could be his uncle, or maybe like his uncle's cousin or some shit or whatever. But I don't think it looked like. Now, if you would have seen the pictures of my mom and you see me, you'd be like, oh, that's his mom. You know what I'm saying? But that dude, no, because see, then again, you got to think about this too. Is me, like with that picture, and as old as what that picture was. You didn't see him, but you seen the guy and that woman. Man, that dude was about damn 65 years old. How was that his daddy?
Right.
well,
You think he took that picture like off the internet or something?
well, the man was just
Some damn were. Some damn were. Like,
It
come
did
on, man.
look a
He's
little fishy when I seen it, but I'm like, hey.
forever.
But
Let me say
it
one
was
thing.
fishy to me because I
This
felt
one thing
like,
that I noticed. This one thing that I noticed, so I don't mean to cut you off, but like I say,
It's
you
okay.
from upstate, you done noticed this too. But when you see people whose parents are older, like I got a homeboy whose parents are older. When people's parents are older, they got old fingers. Like they fingernails be like circled over and shit, like when they mom and dad older, because at whatever stage that the child was conceived, That's their facial and physical, like anatomy, so to say. Like they toes and toenails be looking just like how the person look. Like I know some people like people like not trying to be funny or talk no shit, but like people like Curtis Snow and his hands and shit look like you can tell that, you know what I'm saying, his people was older when he was conceived. You know what I mean? It's just the way that it is. And like when I look at him, I can tell he definitely came from older parents because being that he's a melanated being, his skin, he didn't facially, he's not doing too good. If he's, you know, Puerto Rican and all this other stuff, like his hair does not, of being Puerto Rican. You see where I'm coming? You see where I'm going with this? Like it don't make sense.
Right.
I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm not Puerto
I'm
Rican.
Puerto
Look at my hair.
Rican.
Look at my hair. Look at my hair. I'm not Puerto Rican. Look, I
I'm
ain't Puerto
actually
Rican.
Puerto Rican and black. My mom's full Puerto Rican. My dad's full black.
Yeah, but I done seen your hair on the pictures, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying. Your
good.
hair-
Yeah, it doesn't look like
Okay.
mine.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But his ain't no Puerto Rican hair. He don't look Puerto Rican at all. Okay.
He said
Now
he
what
was
he
Puerto
did was,
Rican. I missed that.
man,
I'm
the dude
sorry.
said, man, just like at one time the dude said that he was a tourist and something else and all that other shit. He said a whole bunch of shit, you know, when he recanted it, like his astrological sign. But when he said the stuff about being in Puerto Rico and inherited land and all this shit or whatever, man, his daddy, man, look here, man. This dude is front, man. He
I
front.
I
He front,
definitely
man.
believe he just has an
He front.
Airbnb out there. I don't think there's no
He ain't got
family,
no. He don't have
land.
no. He don't have no Airbnb. Miss Meat, please explain it to him. Please explain it to
Okay,
him.
so
Please
he's
explain it.
he's still in the house in the daytime when he want to take pictures. They are literally sleeping outside in tents, and he got $200,000 because Shaka told us. But he's so goddamn cheap. He's so cheap that he don't want to pay for nothing. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all about them Airbnbs right quick. Y'all see who he was raised with. Y'all see that yard in the background. This is why he wants to live good all the time. The bishops had him living in great spaces. He wasn't raised in no projects. This is why he want them nice ass Airbnbs, because the bishops had him living good.
Right. You see that comment
I
right there?
didn't
Not to
know
cut you
all
off.
of
Not
that.
to cut you off. Not to cut you off, King Becker. But you see this comment right here by
He wasn't
someone
left
said he wasn't left.
The one
Yeah.
that say
Puerto Rico.
yes he said his roots is in Puerto Rico. That one.
Yeah, he did say
Okay,
that.
but can we just surmise it to this? He's the Messiah. Wouldn't the Messiah know when his birthday is, the time and date?
The time and date.
Wouldn't
Yes.
he know
You know
his ancestors,
that's
his
what
history,
made
his lineage? Wouldn't he know all of that?
Yep, that's
I'm
what made that lady Candy, I think that's her name, make so much sense, because it's like if you were adopted, if you were all of this stuff, you probably didn't have your original birth certificate. You probably had the short form.
Bingo.
You know, that just says this, and that. It doesn't actually tell you the time of date. So being that he is this person that he is, you know, he's going to manipulate it and make it seem like he knows himself so well. And then and nowadays, I know now I can order my birth certificate online, the short or long version.
Right.
So maybe nowadays he ordered it online and got the longer version to actually get his actual time of birth now. And now he gets to really look at his astrology or whatever. Because I remember the video World played when I remember a long time a video World played that he says one thing. And then I remember a recent video they played where he says he didn't even really know his astrology because he didn't go about his time of birth correctly.
Thank you. Hey, Nelly, can I tell you this? When I first, this is how he was getting the short version, right? Because he was traveling all over the place. So when I moved to Georgia, I had to order my birth certificate because I lost it in a move. They ordered me a short version. Now, y'all remember when he went to New York for the Big Brother house? Right. When he went to where he was born, that's where he got the long version, because I had to go home to get my long version because of 9/11 at the time. So I went home to get the long version. But while I was here in Georgia, if I ordered, they would send me the short version. So y'all remember, he changed everything when he went to New York. I found out my term of birth because he went and got the long version. He probably went to whatever hospital he was born at or the vitamin office and got the long version. But
Yeah,
with
all he
your
has to do, is walk into the
Great point.
out here in New York, all he has to do is, if he has his social security and an ID, all he has to do is walk into a building and they'll literally print him out his long or short. He has to pay cash or card, but they'll literally print it out for him right then and there if he's out here and got it from out here. But I recently found out now, I guess due to COVID, so it's going on since like last year due to COVID, and it's still going on now. You can be anywhere but you can, like, born from New York, you can be any place else and order your long or short form right now. But it's only been happening since COVID has started.
But he got it right before COVID. Remember, he went to the big house right before. So,
Miss Meek, can I correct you? COVID was going on at that time, and we were saying, how are y'all doing this traveling in COVID? Y'all traveling to New York is really bad in New York. But
yeah, it started.
But if you also think about it, in 2020, his birth chart changed twice.
Right. Three times.
Twice.
Okay. 3 times.
Okay. He changed it in December again. He said his birthday ain't April 29th. And let me tell y'all how I know his birthday, because mine is April the 30th. So that's how I know he been saying his birthday is April the 29th. Now he said his birthday ain't April the 29th.
Wait a minute. My birthday is April 4th, Miss Me. Even though you're a Taurus and I'm an Aries, but still, it's the same month.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Did y'all notice today he had said that about Pisces, and he was like, damn, Pisces, you done been 18 for like 2 years now.
Huh? Because he was underage when he went there, just like you said, World.
Right, but this the science within itself, how he's continuing to like he's like refurbishing the line and shit or whatever. You see what I'm saying? He like instilling in motherfucker's head. Now think about this for a second, y'all. All the stuff that he do with astrology, he's telling who they are. Do you think that it's ironic that out of all of that by him being an orphan, that he don't even know who the hell he is?
Right.
Right.
No, he don't.
And
that's
I like
crazy.
that stuff
But
on
that's the whole thing. He's been searching to find his true identity his whole life. And so he makes up all these figments of his imagination, and he puts these bits and pieces together, and he's just made this piece of meat of a male that is before people on the internet now.
And you guys, I really want to say something because I forgot to say it earlier. Like, a lot of people that I've known out here that I didn't think even knew Nature Boy actually knows Nature Boy, and it's majority of females. And it's sad because they claim to be on a spiritual journey, and about 4 of them had told me they were about to go be with Nature Boy, or like they were really watching his teachings and stuff. Like, I was showing them, I thought that I was putting them on to something to show them like what not to be and not to ever go to. Like, look at this person, like, you know, to build more of an army with me. And these girls had told me that they already knew about him and has been watching him. They just recently stopped, like, I guess in their, what they exactly said is they recently stopped watching him because of like all his vulgarity recently with the bitches, and you know how recently he been like kind of really tripping. But before that, they were really like watching this dude. So that kind of scared me because I didn't think that it was that close to home. Like, these are friends and associates. Like, 2 of them are like very good friend of mine, and I was just so happy that, you know, she told me she stopped watching him and she doesn't, like, she's still says Grand Rising and still tries to be spiritual and stuff like that, or find herself or whatever. But she definitely said she wouldn't go to Nature Boy, and she definitely sees like his true colors now. But it is very scary to notice that even people that I thought wouldn't even know about this dude actually knows about this dude.
Fake Velvet, what was you trying to say? I'll let you speak before I speak.
Oh, I was just saying he took the adopted parent's name, Bishop. It just makes me wonder if he even knows his own name, because being adopted, a lot of that stuff could have been blocked out. You know, birth mother, birth father. Only thing they'll probably have is his place and time of birth, because if his mother was a crack mama, we know now that if you have children, you know, pop out a baby today and let that baby test positive for crack, and you will never see that baby again.
Mm-hmm. Right on that, Vel. You did, Teresa. You said something.
And not only that, though, by her being a crackhead, we all know that they prostitute themselves. It could be God knows how many people in New York. It could be Nature Boy daddy. She don't know.
His mama was a hoe and his daddy was a pimp.
Look, him and 50 Cent look just alike. Okay, I want to throw that in right quick. Go ahead, finish Velvet, then I'll go. Him and 50, look at 50 Cent eyebrows and stuff, y'all. Look
It's
at his
the
face.
eyebrows, Miss Me. It's the eyebrows.
And the nose.
Weird.
He wish. He do.
He wish.
He don't even wish, because
Yeah, just the
Billy
eyebrows.
take care of his kids too. So I'm pretty sure 50 Cent wouldn't claim him. Please.
Shit, I
Yeah.
would know.
Well, TK Capone looks more like him than his brother, if you ask me.
I don't really know what TK Capone looks like, because every time I see him, he got a filter on. So I've
Tap
yet
your
to
bag,
see
tap
what
your
his
bag.
real face
Tap your bag,
looks like
somewhere.
regular.
And fancy.
You better tap your bag.
King Becca, hit your
Velvet.
gift.
You
Yeah.
won, Miss Me.
Would I
Whatever you
win?
win. Earl, I don't know. I
Oh,
think it's
shit.
a sweepstakes coming in the mail or something.
But thank you.
Hey, well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and then shut this one down, and I'm gonna process this latest information, and I'm gonna get back. You know what I'm saying? Going in on this church and see what the BMT newsroom done already discovered, because you know people be waiting on us on Instagram, on YouTube, and everything. They be waiting on us.
They do, World.
Yeah, they be waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know I do.
You about to go live shortly?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live so y'all can be on this, so I can finish doing this.
Okay. Yep. Look,
He's gonna go live so he can work while we talk.
I've been checking people out my house. They had to sanitize, Clorox, Lysol, Pine Sol. This bitch down today. I'm ready.
Amen.
I'm happy you
Your
sound
voice
good,
sounds
Miss
so
Me.
much stronger today too, sweetie.
Yes, you sound really good.
I'm good. Thank everybody too. I want to say that for you hang up. Thank everybody,
No
especially
doubt.
World, because he has really. This dude is not just a content creator. This dude is not.
I ain't shit. I ain't shit. I ain't
No.
shit.
No, for real. Because this is why I said what I said earlier. It's good to be able to show your content to people that don't know you, that I thought didn't know Nature Boy, but know Nature Boy. But now I could go down your whole YouTube and show them, like, look, this is why. Even if you second guessing it, this is why for sure you shouldn't go with this man. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Like,
I love
this is why.
family.
Everybody. I appreciate the whole squad, World. Like I said, he's more than just a content creator. He's a friend. He's a brother.
Yeah.
He don't just facts. I mean, he checks this checking on me every day. You just Miss Me, where you at? Like I wake the fuck up. Like let me do what I usually been doing. This is no lie. This is no bullshit. So I appreciate you, and we'll be ready.
I'll be wanting to hit your inbox, and I'm like, she could
and
be
then I'll be ready
sleeping, and I don't want to interrupt her.
That is a fact. I remember the first day I realized World was a real nigga and not just a YouTube. Because, you know, some YouTube creators and people, they don't really talk that much. They don't talk with their people, like, you know, their fans, their followers and stuff like that.
He's hands on.
Yeah, very much. Like, I was like, I don't even remember what I was going through, but I was like kind of tipsy and probably posting too much emotional stuff on Instagram. And World immediately hit me up like, "You good, Becca?" Like, and I'm like, "Really good," but it just meant so much to me too that he even reached out to me. I'm like, "Yo, that's what's up, bro." Like, he is really a brother. Like you said, Miss Me, everything you said is the honest truth. Like, that's why I'll continue to support every time I can. I know I'm not around that much, but I'll do watch later on when I can. And then whenever I can catch lives, I'm in here.
Lord Self Gang Gang. I'm telling you, I
Yes.
love you, world. All in a minute.
Gang, 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 gang.
Whole lot of
Okay.
gang.
Already. I appreciate it. I appreciate you tuning in too. Like I said, that ain't nothing but straight game right there though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I rock with y'all like that. That's why I be going hard like that, because I know y'all be wanting to cheer. Y'all be wanting to tune in. So, you know, the support, you know what I'm saying, that thing is going right back at you. Like for real. And like I said, I definitely know who tune in and who support and all that. And I wanna thank, you know what I'm saying, you for being on deck too, Becca, for real though.
All the time, world, all the time. I'll be watching. When I'm not around, I'll be watching, or I'll be watching all the time.
But see, I don't never get you to too much to panel up on the YouTube, so I have to panel up with you over here. Most
Well,
people
look, I
panel up over here.
specifically
You know what I'm saying?
downloaded this thing
Yeah.
just for you, bro. Like, I was calling it bingo. Like, I didn't even know the name of this crap. Like, I'm in your Instagram, like, what is this called? Bingo. Like, I'm typing in bingo in my app to try to download it. I only did this just for you. And the YouTube thing, I don't know, like it be that thing you send me sometimes. I do it off my phone. Like right now I'm off my phone. So it's a little bit more complicated than I guess off just the laptop. But I always, when I can't get on the panel, I always do watch. I can't comment when I rewatch. I be wanting to comment so bad. I be wanting to write stuff. I can't, but I just be watching, you know. I need the knowledge too, you know, because I need to know what I'm talking about when I'm talking. I'm an Aries, so I like when I talk, I like to talk facts. And if I don't know, as you can see, I like the X.
That's
all right,
up.
y'all. See y'all.
Yep. See, well, I'm up still, so I hope I see y'all later.
Okay.
And thank y'all.
What's up?
Y'all wore me out last
Thanks
night.
as well. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, oh, no doubt. I enjoyed it. Me, oh my goodness, man. I enjoyed y'all last night. Nelly, you as well. We was lit. Like I say, man, we still on deck. You know, like I say, we just shifting, we just moving over. You know, we spent a lot of time over here the other day. You know, when we set it up, you know what I'm saying, with the sister, you know, we'll build over here and with other people too that like this platform, as well as with Shaka too. Don't forget Shaka now, okay? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what happened with Nelly. Nelly, you still there? You still rocking with me? Okay, I think something happened with her, Jim J. Okay, now it's off. Okay, word. Okay, family, I'm gonna get up out of here. Seeing somebody was on deck. What happened? What happened?
I just want to say something real quick.
Uh-huh.
The same way Nature Boy got his little girls about him, world, you got so many women that'll kick their ass about you, it ain't even funny.
That's good to know.
No big old street shit either, because I know between Miss Meat and Nelly and everybody, these women, we don't play about world. We will fuck you up. I just want to put that out there.
We love you for real, world. I'm for real. I ain't never had this much admiration for a man in my life that I ain't never touched. I appreciate you. I do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all too. Like I said, we ain't done. We still out here. We still doing what it do. That's why I had to connect all y'all together, man. Hey, we here.
Yeah.
Hey, we the agency within the agency. You feel me? Uh-huh. So boom, check it. So I guess I'll see y'all on the other side or in the group. Most definitely inside the group. If y'all want to go live like that, it's however. I'm just gonna make a few posts on the Instagram, Jim Jank. Boom, and we there.
Okay, I'm down for it.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up.
Lord.
Y'all got any last statements before we get up
I'm
out of
about
here?
to go put baby Ellie ass to sleep. She been showing out today. I'm
You
tired.
know what, Velvet? I am so sorry. I meant to ask about her. Did you take her to school this morning? I seen that cockroach on her.
Girl, that's her pet. That is her pet. True got her that. True picked that out his beard and gave her that. Yep. All right, world. We know you leaving. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Love you.
Gang, 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 gang. Gang.